Hello and welcome to Caldecott Castle. Today we're at the Cider Festival, so why don't we go in, meet some bands and drink some cider. Brother Hipster travels to this year's Cider Festival, appropriately held at Caldecott Castle. People come to the Cider Festival to drink cider that has been made by local makers. They have cider makers, store holders and musicians performing. I'm here because I want to find out what the whole festival is about. So we're here at the Cider Festival now. It's day one. We're here for the weekend. It's Saturday. Behind me you can see that there's different tents, there's different things. It's not all about the cider. So I think I'll go down. I'll go and see what's being sold at the stalls. Right, so I'm here with Becky Davis, you own a company here and you've been here at the Cider Festival before.
Yes, yeah. I don't own. My mum owns the company.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but I'm working here today. She's at another event.
Yeah.
And yeah, we've done the last 2 years. We've done the Caldecott Cider Festival.
So what's the business like here?
It's good, particularly today because the weather's so good. This time last year, I think I was stood in wellies and a waterproof coat, and it was the weather was terrible, so it was a bit quieter. But yeah, today is really, really good, and everyone's really friendly and chatty, so it's lovely. It's a nice event to work at.
And it's kind of right at the beginning of the event, like it's just starting to pick up now because we came here earlier and it was a bit quieter. But so now it's picking up. Can you feel that like it's picking up?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, this morning it was a bit quieter and just people coming and having a bit of a browse and look around. But now people, I guess, they've been drinking for a while. They want to have something to eat. We've had more people just buying pickled eggs, just buying one to eat, or with a bag of crisps. Yeah, so it definitely has been busier in the last few hours.
With pickled eggs, I mean, I just kind of see them as one thing, but you serve like a range of them, don't you? You have like a range. Like, what type of ranges do you have like on sale?
So we do 9 different flavours of pickled eggs. That's kind of a hen's egg, and all of our eggs are British free-range eggs. So we do 9 different flavours. We do garlic, horseradish, chilli, fruity balsamic, spicy cider, which is quite an appropriate one for here. I don't know, I'm trying to think what I've said now. Beetroot, chilli, I said chilli. Naked, which is a traditional one, saffron and sun-dried tomato and thyme. So there are our main ones. And then we've just launched, this is the first time we're selling them, our pickled quail's eggs, which are the little ones, in champagne vinegar. So a little bit more fancy. Yeah.
And obviously, how do people eat them? Like, it can't just be like just a raw pickled egg. Like, seriously.
Well, you'd be surprised. That's how I eat them. But the kind of traditional way of eating them is in a bag of crisps.
Right.
So you just open up. We just do like plain crisps. You chuck an egg in there, and you just eat that. Perfect with a pint of cider. That's kind of quite a traditional, I think, West Country thing, but in Wales as well. Kind of a lot of my friends in Wales, they've kind of grown up eating that in the pub as well. Or, I'd say, on its own, in a bag of crisps, or chopped up in a salad, or as part of a ploughman's, kind of with kind of cold meats and cheese and things like that. So they're quite versatile.
Oh, brilliant. And where can people find you? Have you got like a Facebook page or like a company like somewhere else?
Yeah, so the company is Purely Pickled Eggs, and we've got a website, so that's purelypickledeggs.co.uk. We're on Twitter and we're on Facebook, and we've got a facility on the website where you can have a look sort of where we stock near you. So we're in lots of garden centres and sort of delis and pubs. So we're starting to get into pubs quite a lot now because I think it goes quite nicely with like real ale and real cider. So we've got we're in pubs, kind of a lot of the CAMRA awarded pubs in like Gloucester and Bristol, places like that.
I'm here with Lynn Croft now, who's got a stall at the Cider Festival. Lynn, all I can see around me is just paintings and like trinkets and things like that. I guess it's quite a creative business, is it?
Yeah, lots of arts and crafts. I like looking at all sorts of arts and crafts. Keep exploring new avenues all the time. Anything from painting to recently felting. Yeah.
Do you do it yourself? Do you make them yourself?
Yeah, it's all made by myself, yeah.
And how do you sell them?
Usually on Facebook. I got a Facebook page, and at events like this and small craft fairs.
That's pretty cool. Do you get quite a lot of people coming in? Because it's quite, when you walk past it, you see all like cider festivals and you come across this and it looks really interesting.
Yeah, I do have quite a few people popping in to have a look, see what it's all about. So children come in to make bracelets because I like to get something for them to be involved in, get their creative side working.
And was it busy yesterday?
Yeah, I was quite busy yesterday. Yeah, it was.
It's a bit unusual to come to the Cider Festival. How come you chose this would be like a good place to expose?
Well, I heard about it through a friend who lives in Caldecott, and a couple of years ago now. I've come for the last 3 years. It was just an experiment by the Cider Festival, get something a bit different involved. So I thought, yeah, I'll give it a go and see what reaction I got. Got a quite good reaction from all the children mostly and young adults. So I thought I'd give it a go these last 2 years.
And do you want to tell people your Facebook page so people can find you?
Yeah, it's Linny Laney Lou, and yeah, you can just find me on Facebook.
Right, I'm here with Paul Kupis now, who is at the Cider Festival. Do you come to these festivals often?
Yes, I do, yeah.
You do? And how's the business here? Because it can get quite busy outside, can't it?
Yeah, it has been busy, yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday afternoon was quite busy. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
And do you make a lot of sales from it?
Yeah, quite a few, but most of the time or a lot of the time it's about getting people aware of who we are, what we sell.
Yeah. And who are you?
Captain Groovy's t-shirts.
And are you based online, or have you got your own shop? Or
we're based online, but we're doing 8 festivals this year. Onto the Royal Bath and West, we're doing Pretty Folk Festival, Outsider Festival in Dorset, and Ross and Wye Cider Festival.
So it's good business then to go around all these festivals, appeal to the people who come in and things like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we do commercial orders and we get a lot of commercial work from it as well. Yeah.
And you've got all these different designs and things like that. Do you do it for like bands, like things? Because obviously you've got bands that perform here. Do they find like business from it?
We haven't. I have asked a few bands this year, but we have got a few bands already on that we do t-shirts for. JD Revelator, the Skimmerty Hitchers sometimes, who did play last night, and I can't remember the other name of the band. So we do. But yeah, we are trying to get more bands to do their t-shirts, because we can do one t-shirt for them, or we can do 100 t-shirts, so it's not a problem. You know?
Yeah. And how does it work? Like, how do you get all the designs on it? How do you think of stuff to put on there?
We make them all up with our fertile imagination.
Really? Yeah. Is it that simple?
Yeah. Well, you can see some of them are from TV or film related, but there's also a lot of cider related ones that we make up ourselves.
Yeah. And do you change it up each festival you go to?
No, these are all the ones that we've got at the moment. Yeah. And you can get you can get all of these ones online. Yeah.
And where can people find you online?
www.captaingroovis.co.uk.
Day 2 now at the Cider Festival, and as you can see behind me, it's not as busy as it was yesterday. The weather isn't great either, but it's still early days, so I think, it'll pack out. There's a performer on stage behind me. He's just finished, but I think I'm going to go and talk to some of the cider makers and see how they do it and what the business is like. So I'm here with Annie now, and you're a cider brewer.
No, cider is made by cider makers, and beer is brewed by beer brewers.
Okay, cool. That's me proven wrong. So how do you do it? How does it work?
Okay, well, unlike brewing, you get one shot at it a year, because the apples are ready on the trees between September, December at the latest. Different varieties are ready at different times. And we have to then go and pick all the apples during those months, and then press the apples through. There's different sizes of cider makers to use different methods. So the traditional method is to use a rack and cloth press, it's called. You push the apples through a scratting machine, which turns it into pulp, and then they make up cheeses, which is like big cheesecloths, and they put all the pulp in the cheese and build up layers, and then the press pushes all the juice out.
So do you have your own products and things like that?
Yes, Hallett's is our cider company, and we do sort of standard dry, medium and sweet, but then we do limited edition ciders, so we've got quite a few where we don't make huge quantities, so when they're gone kind of thing. But the bottled cider, we put quite a lot of effort into the marketing of that, and it looks quite distinctive. And that is extremely popular. And we're just about to launch Hallett's Perry, so it'll match the cider bottle. and we send that all over the world now. London love it. Yeah. So we're doing okay, you know, for having been making it for not that long.
Well, it sounds like you're doing quite well, better than okay. Yeah, definitely.
The Russians are particularly keen on draft cider. I suppose the Russians, you tend to think they drink vodka, but apparently cider is doing well. And the customer that we have there, he's built an Irish pub, an Irish theme pub from scratch, and it's on 4 floors, and I think hundreds and hundreds of people go there every day, and he gets through, and it's cider he sells. And he gets through copious amounts of the stuff. It's amazing. So we're sending pallet loads to Russia quite regularly.
That's pretty amazing. And here, I mean, I guess you would travel all over, different festivals, different cider festivals.
Well, I'm heavily involved in the Cider Society myself, so I'm, you know, always involved in this one to you know, a great degree. So we come and do this, and our cider's on the bar, same as everyone else's. But when we're selling our cider at other festivals, we tend to stick to doing the really big ones. We used to do all the small ones, but it's, you know, it's tiring. You're working every weekend. So we do the Cardiff Food and Drink Festival down in Cardiff Bay. That's a really good one. That's all really busy. And the Abergavenny Food Festival. That's another big one. So we'll do those 2 this year. But we won't do any others. We're too busy sending it up.
Is your cider available here today then?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's in the cider bar. Yeah.
Brilliant. Well, I think I might go around, try and get some of that cider and see where it's like. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you. I'm here with Kevin now, and he's a cider maker. I said brewer last time and I was wrong. So how do you make it? Like,
you could say cider fermenter, actually, to be absolutely specific. But there you go.
I'm always saying it wrong.
No, not at all. Right, so I get my apples from the Severn Valley.
Yeah.
So as far as field from Llanidloes right the way down to Welshpool, and all the apples are sort of donated. Really, I go there and collect them all from the orchards and gardens and residents of the Severn Valley. And they kindly donate them, and I crush them and make them and basically turn it into cider, yeah. So
you say it's donated, so you don't spend money on getting the supplies for it?
No, it's just basically I get a phone call or I go around and drop a letter through wherever I spot an apple tree. And next thing you know, they're very much welcome me to the house and to collect their apples, because they don't need them, they just fall on the ground, you know. So they're very grateful for me to come and get them. And it's gone from there. Now, 2 years ago, it started with 17 suppliers, and I've got up to now to 60 suppliers. And it's growing all the time. Yeah.
So where are you based?
I'm based in Newtown in Mid Wales.
Right. And what's the business like?
Well, I'm very much learning as I'm going along, so I can't really compare year to year at the moment. But for me, I'm growing. You know, it's expanding, and I've got into bottles as well now, as well as drafting pubs. And there's a new market there opening up for me in farm shops and country stores as well. So as well as the local shops within town, like, you know. So
you've got bottles. So do you sell those in like supermarkets or things like that? Or?
I haven't got to the supermarket range yet, but no, mainly farm shops and, as I say, country stores, and a few, as I say, retail outlets in town, whatever. Yeah.
So what's your like ambition for it then?
Well, my ambition, it's more of a legacy, really, hopefully. When I get to at 70, one day I'll own my own orchard, and each tree will be named after each primary school in the area. So the idea is that the kids come there, learn about cultivation, sustainability. There'll be a beehive under each tree, sort of thing, and they'll get to nurture it and look after it for years to come. And then I'll have an educational establishment attached to it, so we can do some lectures and lessons about it. That's just for Montgomeryshire. But there's no reason why it can't be Powys, or in fact, because I live in Newtown, it couldn't be the whole of the centre for Wales, really. That would be a 25-year plan, basically. But we'll take 1 year at a time.
So what got you into the cider? Did it run in the family or anything like that?
No, but 3 years ago, my friend, he was crushing some, and basically he never had a press. And I just finished making a decking project in my garden. I had some wood left over. And so I looked on the web, looked in a few books, and built myself a press. And then bought 10 quid's worth of apples from Tesco's, squashed them, the juice come off it, very nice. And before I know it, people were saying, can I have some more of that juice you made the other day? And so I made 100 gallon that year, 2012. And then people were saying, can I buy it off you? And then the following year, I made 500 gallon. And this year I made another 300 gallon this year. So it's born out of someone else's need, but it became my hobby, passion, and well, yeah.
So I guess you realised that then that there was something there as soon as people asking you for more of it, you know?
Well, that's the best thing about it, really, because there's nothing nicer than taking the basic product and then watching someone's face lighten up and smile as you're consuming your product that you put all the effort into, and it's just such a thrill and buzz out of that. Yeah, so it's become my it's a little business I'm running now as well. So I'm learning all the time, you know.
Right, I'm here with Phil Palmer now, and you make cider, don't you? You make it. Yeah.
Yeah, I make cider and I make perry as well.
Brilliant. Because I've been getting it wrong. I've been calling it brewing it, and apparently that's not the right thing.
No, we ferment cider and ferment perry.
Yeah. So the Cider Festival is obviously the best place to get it, you know, to get your thing out there. Do you come here often?
Yeah, well, we've been at the castle for 3 years now. This is our 3rd year. But the society has been running the festival for 14 years now.
And what's it like? Like, what's it like here? Do you get a lot of people coming in and buying your particular product?
My product, but basically we work shifts behind the bar and we promote all the Welsh ciders. So all Welsh cider makers are here to promote everyone's product, basically.
And do you travel over?
By travel over, you mean?
You mean go to different festivals, things like that?
Right. A lot of my product goes to camera festivals where I'm not actually there selling it as such. I'm quite small scale, so I'll do small stalls at small festivals, but not larger festivals. Sort of thing.
And you said earlier that you help organise some of the bands that perform here.
That's right, yes. I think it was about 4 years ago I started helping out with the bands. A lot of local bands, and you get connections, and we get bands coming back year after year, which is great fun, good atmosphere. We have quite an eclectic mix of music, and it's really nice. Really nice.
How do you find the people? How do you just search local bands, things like that?
I think we've got to the stage now where bands are looking for us. They sometimes they're using it to showcase something. Could be a new CD or part of their tour, or it could be we've been to other festivals and seen the bands, and we think they're good. They'll go down well, you know.
Well, it's brilliant here because I mean you get a lot of people coming in. Was it busier yesterday?
It was absolutely heaving, and the cider was flying out. It was great.
She's got that magic smile that makes your face turn red as the sweat runs down your neck. Your stomach fills up with lead. Looking at her, your heart goes crazy and you're deaf from all the blood in your head. Can you swallow your fear just enough to hear and remember every word that she said? Can you just ask her for her number? Can you just tell her that you love her?
Here at the Cider Festival, it's not just makers and it's not just people on the tent, but there's bands that come here over the weekend too. So I thought I'd go and catch up with Tobias Robinson after his set to find out what the Cider Festival's like for him and his music. I'm here with Tobias, who has just finished up his set on the Cider Festival. Have you performed here before?
Yeah, 2 years ago, in 2013.
And what was it like then compared to now?
Yeah, much bigger crowd, better response. Like I think I opened the Saturday on 2 years ago, and it wasn't as busy as this. But there was a few people around. It was still good, but yeah, that was much more fun.
And how come you decided to come to the Cider Festival?
I actually got asked. Got asked to play. Yeah. I think I sent them an email last year just to ask about the Cider Festival again, and they said they'd done do the same artist 2 years in a row, which I really respect because it gives everyone a chance to play then. But they said, we're definitely going on next year, and I forgot about it. And they messaged me. They sent me an email, and I was like, oh yeah, great. Yeah, probably looking forward to it. So yeah, it was great.
Well, it's brilliant that events like this local support like local music and local things like that. Do you think it helps with your music particularly?
Yeah, definitely. I think like Newport and the surrounding areas, like Caldecott. Like obviously I'm from Newport, but I've actually been playing gigs in like Caldecott and Carwent and stuff like that. In like the smaller suburbs of like what people call Newport, but they're like little villages within it. And I play in like Cardiff and Bristol and stuff. But it's great to just see people come out for like just to Caldecott Castle and just pack it out, and just it's great because you can't beat it. And like you can't do music by yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like you need supporters, and you need other artists, and you know, everyone sees it as a race, and it's not. You got to support each other. So seeing loads of people on a stage like this is just wicked. Like, yeah.
I mean, you've been going for quite a while, because I remember you from when I went to Cross Keys. I remember you were around then. So, like, how's it been since then? Is it like building up and things like that?
Well, yeah, I've been around for a little bit now. I think I started when I was 16.
Yeah.
Back in like 2010, like I really started gigging. And then I went to college like 2 years later, and it's great. Like I've in between like starting and like college, like I took a little break and then came back when I was in college properly, and then since I sort of took a little break again, like it died down for a bit, but I'd say since like summer last year, I've really just put my foot down kind of thing, and just been like, right, there's many gigs, there's all the recordings, just go out and meet people and play, and just because I love it so much, and I think I was losing that bit of me a bit, and then suddenly it just come back, and I just don't want to stop now. So,
well, I mean, because you were signed before, was it something called Hype or something like that?
Hype on Records, yeah.
And how come you decided to leave there?
Oh, basically it was a 3-year contract, and the first year was brilliant. Like the guys helped me out so much, I can't thank them enough for how much they helped me out, and they really set me on the way, taught me a lot of lessons that I needed to learn. Like I didn't have to go through the slog of making mistakes. They sort of sidetracked me past that for a good year and a half. But then, like, the contract was still going, but I just found that it was a lot easier for me to just book gigs myself, and I didn't really mind recording myself and stuff, and I just became independent even under the contract. And then I think the contract finished in like September 2013, I think, and I just didn't renew. There was it was it's amiable. It wasn't like no one messed me around or anything like that. It was just I think I'm going to go in a different direction, and you guys carry on doing your thing. I got mad respect for all the guys like Ken Jr., Joe, Fez, all the guys, DJ Mike, all the guys who I used to work with, Jamie Winchester in the Riverfront, all amazing. Like I got mad respect for all of them. They all do their thing, so it's great. Like, and I still keep in touch with him, still see him about. Shy as well, the host, like he used to help me out and stuff, and he'd be at all the gigs that they used to organise and get me playing and stuff. So they really helped me out. But it's just I found people contacting me for gigs and stuff, and then it was easier just to liaise, and then it was just time. Like those guys were busy with other projects, I was busy with stuff, so in the end it was just like we're both doing our own thing, like everyone's doing their thing, and it's just see how it goes. But they're always there to give me advice and just be my mates, and just say that's cool, man, offer me support, and I can't, so if they watch this, mad respect.
Brilliant. So how can people find you now on Facebook?
Basically on Facebook I'm just down as Tobias Robertson. The best way to get to it, I guess, is to go to tobiasrobertson.com, and then on the links next to my name in the top of the website there's an Instagram, YouTube link, Facebook link, Twitter link. Everything's on there, so just go on to that to find the similar things. But it's for the basics, at Tobias_official for my Twitter, and Facebook.com/TobiasOfficial for my page, and that's everything. Thanks, man.
Brilliant. Alright, so I'll let you go off now with your family and friends who are waiting, and good luck tonight as well as your gig. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you, nice to meet you.